There's usually a fair amount of personnel turnover whenever a new head coach comes on board, with Florida serving as the latest example of that roster pairing phenomenon. As is oftentimes the case in these situations in this day and age, Andrew Mike used his personal Twitter account to announce that, after much prayer and consultation with my family and friends, I am now seeking to continue playing my 5th year as a graduate transfer. As HES already received his degree, he could use his final year of eligibility in 2018 at another FBS program and not have to sit out a. While no specific reason for the decision was given, the fact that the offensive lineman was buried on the post-spring depth chart likely played a significant role. A 3-star 2014 signee, Mike played in a total of 27 games after redshirting as a true freshman. He played in a dozen games in 2016 and then all 11 in a bowl-less 2017 that also saw the Gators lose a game to Mother Nature. This is a big loss, both literally and figuratively, for first-year head coach Josh Heupel's offensive line. By way of the Orlando Sentinel, the UCF coach confirmed Wednesday that Sam Jackson, not pictured, has been diagnosed with a torn ACL in his knee. The guard suffered the injury late during one of the night's 15 spring practice. The Sentinel writes that the 6'6", 356-pound offensive lineman is expected to miss significant time during this off-season and a portion of next. Based on what's usually considered a 6-month time frame for recovery, Jackson likely would be available until late October, early November at the earliest. As a true freshman last, Jackson played in 12 games for the Knights. Heading into the spring, Jackson was penciled in as one of UCF's starting guards. According to the Sentinel, starting center Jordan Johnson slid over to guard for the spring game and is likely to claim one of those 2 starting jobs at that spot when summer camp opens in early August. Another player will be in the mix on the interior of UCF's line is Parker Boudreaux, the transfer from Notre Dame who sat out the 2017. Wisconsin still doesn't know who will be under center for its opponent in the 2018 opener. The Big Ten school does, though, know who it won't be. Late last month, Stephen Duncan was arrested on a charge of driving under the influence. Nearly 2 weeks later, head coach Mike Sanford confirmed that Duncan will be suspended for the first game of the upcoming as a result of the arrest. The Hilltoppers will travel to Madison to face the Badgers in the August 31st opener. The following week, WKU will host FCS Maine in its home opener. It's expected Duncan will be off suspension and eligible to play in that game. Duncan has been competing with Drew Eccles and Davis Shanley to replace Mike White as the starter, with the 5th-year senior Eccles viewed as a slight front-runner because of his experience. First off, we take the matter very seriously, Sanford said by way of the Bowling Green Daily News. We were disappointed in Stephen's decision. But Stephen's a great young man. Stephen's very committed to this football team. Clearly he had a goal in mind of winning this starting job going into the Wisconsin game. We have to make plans for our football team. Going into the game at Wisconsin, it changes some things from that dynamic. By no means does it banish Stephen from our view of him as a quarterback. As a redshirt freshman last, Duncan completed both of his pass attempts. Eccles served as White's primary backup last, although he attempted just 11 passes. Late last week, reports surfaced that Miami was working on a new contract for Mark Richt. Thursday, those reports came to fruition as announced the university has extended the head football coach's contract through the 2023. Mark has done a phenomenal job of building this program, and generating enthusiasm for this program, since the day he arrived back on campus, athletic director Blake James said in a statement. We look forward to continued success under his watch, both on and off the field, for many years to come. The financial details of the extension were not revealed. When Richt returned to the U after being fired by Georgia, he signed a 6-year deal that's believed to be worth just north of $4 million annually. After a 9-4 first at his alma mater, Richt guided the Hurricanes to a 10-3 record in 2017. It was the program's first with double-digit wins since they won 11 way back in 2003. Last year also marked the Hurricanes' first appearance in the ACC championship game since they joined the conference for the 2004. Those efforts last earned him Coach of the Year honors from the ACC and Walter Camp Foundation. We're excited about where this program is headed, Richt said in his statement. I want to thank Blake James, Jennifer Strawley and our entire athletics administration for supporting our coaches, staff and student-athletes, ensuring that we're committed to building on the great legacy of Hurricanes football. Miami is not only my alma mater, it is home to me and my family. It's a blessing to live and work in paradise. All of a sudden, the transfer train has set itself up at least a temporary station in the Steel City. On Monday, Pitt confirmed that Tony Pilato had left Pat Narduzzi's football program. A day later, former teammate Jalen Williams took to Twitter to announce that he too has decided to transfer from the Panthers. "I want to thank all of my coaches and teammates who made being a Panther such a special experience," the linebacker wrote. "Thank you, Panther Nation, and hail to Pitt. Thank you." h2ppic.twitter.com/fimjid9aj, J. Williott Vialan 9 May 2, 2018 Williams has already graduated from Pitt, which would allow him to use his final of eligibility at another FBS program in 2018 if that's the transfer tack he chooses. A three-star 2014 recruit, Williams was originally a safety before moving to linebacker between the 2015 and 2016s. He played in 15 games during his time with the Panthers, with 9 of those appearances coming during the 2017